What's up, everybody? It is Matt Modi with OddsJam, and for this video, day 2 of the competition of Get Matt a Raise starts. So if you're unfamiliar with what I'm talking about, I would check out the video yesterday. Alex, the OddsJam co-founder, and I are doing a competition to see who can basically get to 10K first. So we have this spreadsheet here, Matt versus Alex, race to 10K. All of the bets that we place are positive expected value bets. These are the 7 that I placed yesterday. They were all for today or tomorrow in terms of May 1st or May 2nd. So none of the bets have happened yet, have been decided. Alex had his one big bet lose, so I start off with a nice big lead. And just like I said, to recap a couple things, if you're unfamiliar with yesterday or with the competition, definitely check out yesterday's video. What we're doing is we're tracking all of our bets in this spreadsheet. We're getting $500 a day to play with. So even if one of us has more profit, we still get $500 a day. And the goal is to get to $10,000 in profit. So like I said, we're tracking everything on this sheet and we're placing every bet live. So if you want to get in on this, you can place the bets that we place. What I'd recommend doing is, if you haven't signed up yet, if you're not signed up with OddsJam, just sign up for a 7-day free trial. You can play along with everything that I'm doing. You can use the exact strategies and pages and everything that I'm doing. You will be able to also do on a free trial. It's 7 days and free. Means that it doesn't cost any money, and it's much easier to learn how to navigate the site when you are actually watching someone do it. So sign up for a 7-day free trial. It's in the description of the YouTube description of this video. And a couple other things to note. So like I said, the goal is to get to 10K. If I win, I get a raise. OddsJam, I'm very happy as an employee of OddsJam, so don't want people to think that I'm underpaid, but who wouldn't love more money? I got 2 dogs. Would love to be able to spoil them. So everybody root for me. What I would appreciate you do is like and comment on my video. Tell everybody that I'm the best at that. Alex sucks. But most importantly, if you could subscribe to the OddsJam YouTube channel. We're going to be doing this competition for a little bit to see how well it goes. Obviously, first to 10K. The OddsJam YouTube channel also has a ton of other helpful stuff for a sports bettor. This video is going to be giving you the exact process that I've used to make the over 11K profit that I've made using OddsJam. Alex has made a hell of a lot more, and he'll give you his strategies as well. Similar, a little bit different. And then we also have Bob going live, giving out his best bets, morning coffee. It's the best. So subscribe to the OddsJam YouTube channel. You won't regret it. And let's get into it. So what I have up here is the OddsJam positive EV page. Every bet that I place for this competition is going to come directly from this EV page. The way it works is, I'll give a brief recap. I won't do this in every single video, but since this is just the second one, I want to make sure people understand exactly how this works. The OddsJam column you see here, all these lines are pulled from the sharpest bookmaker, the sharpest sportsbook in the world. So this is essentially the OddsJam line. And the OddsJam line we deem to be the most accurate line, the best pricing for what the market should be priced at. And anywhere in which we are getting more favorable odds on another sportsbook is going to have positive expected value associated with it. So just for example, the play is going to be the one that's in bold up here. So it looks like this is first half total runs, Marlins versus Mariners. The OddsJam line prices it at plus 163. FanDuel prices it at plus 200. That's a huge difference between the sharpest bookmaker in the world and what we can bet it on. So it gives it positive expected value percent of 10.04%. So if I were to place this bet, I would put it in the spreadsheet here. I would put the expected value, which is 10.04%. I would put my wager size. Let's pretend I put $50 on it. And my expected profit for that bet would be $5.02. Basically, what that means is if I were to simulate this exact bet 100,000 million times, always put $50 on it, I would figure to make $5 over time. Obviously, I'm either going to win or lose the bet, and that will be tracked here, net profit and loss and my ROI. But I also like tracking the net expected profit. So we can see over time, if you track this over thousands and thousands of bets, you'd be shocked at how close those two numbers are. So that's how this works. Obviously, I didn't place that bet, but that's how the OddsJam positive EV page works. The bets that I choose from are bets based off of market width. So basically, the market width is the OddsJam's way of signifying confidence in a line. The smaller the numbers, the better. The larger, the worst. The first thing I do is look for anything that is 15 cents and below, because that's essentially a McSlam, load city, whatever you want to call it. It's a really tight market. So even if the positive EV percent isn't as high, if you're getting anything 15 cents and below and it's still positive expected value, it's a really valuable bet. So here's one I see right off the bat. Two minuses, you add them together, 8 plus 6 equals 14. The market width for this one would be 14 cents, which makes it McSlam worthy. Anything 15 and below, I put $100 on. Anything between 16 and 25, I put $60 on. And if there's anything wider than that, I'll sometimes avoid it. If not, if I do want to take it for whatever reason, if I just really like the bet for my own reasons, then I will actually put $20 on it. But for this one, I am betting on $100 on the Phillies first half run line 0.5 plus 110. First half equals first 5. So it's plus 110 odds, plus 110 odds. So everything lines up. So I put $100 on it. Phillies to basically be winning at the end of 5 innings. It's confirming my location. And look at that. My bet has been placed. Phillies first half 0.5, first half run line plus 110 odds. So now you see that it's placed here. So now what I need to do is just add this to my spreadsheet. All right, so I have the spreadsheet up here. I'm just going to type in Phillies. It was run line. I place this on WinBet. This bet is going to be on 5-1. $100. It was plus 110 odds. Profit loss isn't going to be figured out until the bet actually wins or not. The percentage was, where's that bet? Here it is, 4.53. So my expected profit is going to be $4.53. So now my net expected profit went up to $20. Obviously, you still need to wait for these bets to be decided or not. But this is my first one for today. I'll highlight this yellow since it's the start of a new day. Red, I'll get to this in a little bit. What this means, it doesn't mean the bet lost. I'll get to that in just a second. So now that it's on my actual spreadsheet, the most important thing I need to do is add this to my OddsJam bet tracker. So the bet tracker is a feature that OddsJam offers for free. The way you add it is very easy. You just click this plus button. This little add to bet tracker pops up. You enter the amount you put in, which I put in $100. You click save. And now you see the check mark, which means that I bet it. And if you go to your bet tracker, now it shows up here. Phillies first half run line plus 0.5. I think I said that wrong. If it's tied, the bet hits. They just need to not be losing by a run or more at the end of the 5th inning. But the OddsJam bet tracker I love because it tells you whether your bet is red or green in terms of whether it's beating the closing line or not. The closing line is just the no vig fair odds based on the OddsJam perfect line. So this CLV you see here is just pulled from the OddsJam perfect line. Green obviously means you are getting better odds than the OddsJam line. Red means you are getting worse. So that's why I highlighted this Milwaukee Bucks one red, because it's the only bet of the 7 that I placed in the first video in which I am not getting better odds than the OddsJam perfect line. So this one actually has negative expected value associated with it now. Unfortunately, I'm not going to cash it out because I already placed it on the live stream, and it would be cheating if I could just cash out all the bets that turned red, because it should be based on the bets you place live. So we'll see if that one ends up hitting, but 6 out of 7 is pretty good. Anything over 50%, you'll be profitable. I'm up over 73%, which is pretty good. And the way I do it is just detailing the strategy exactly, doing the strategy exactly how I've been detailing it. Positive expected value, look at the market width. Anything with a really tight market is more likely to not end up having the odds shift, so you're no longer beating the closing line. And that's kind of the logic there. Unless obviously like injury news, weather news, stuff can obviously change that. But more often than not, the tighter the market width, the less likely the odds are going to dramatically shift. So there's one, I have $400 left to play with. These are mostly baseball. I'm going to see if there's a basketball one. Looks like the Sixers Heat over is a play. That one makes me a little nervous. The Sixers without Embiid are going to be terrible on defense. They're also going to be terrible on offense. 208 is not a lot of points. I could see them actually running at a faster pace, and I'll trust the math. So I'll actually put my next 100 on the Sixers Heat game going over 208.5. So this one is already on WinBet. There's my Phillies bet that I locked in. So let me go basketball. Let me go to Sixers Heat over 208.5 plus minus 108 odds, $100. All right, so click place bet, and good to go. My second $100 bet has now been placed. Sixers Heat over 208.5. So now I need to add this again to my bet tracker. So is this Sixers Heat total? Another one on WinBet. This game is going to be played tomorrow, 5-2, $100, minus 108 odds, and the expected value percent was 2.55%. So I should figure to make $2.55 based on this one. Over time, my net profit updates. My total bet amount is there. That is my second one for today. So now I have 300 to play with. Of course, now I need to add this to my bet tracker. So I did it for $100. Let me refresh this and let's keep searching. So this one I already bet. Let's see if we can find. So that one was, I don't want to do over index too much with the MLB because MLB betting is a little bit hit or miss and just a little more wide variety than the NBA. That's why I specifically searched for a basketball one. I did see one Mix Slam up here, and it looks like it's the last, Mix Slam left for the MLB, which is fine. And it looks like it's the first half total runs over 3.5 in this Brewers Cubs game, plus 105 on Bet Rivers, 14 cents in market width. So I'll go ahead and lock this one in on Bet Rivers. Looks like the positive EV is 2.96%, which is fine. I care more about the market width than I do the EV percent. So I need to go to MLB. This was Cubs Brewers, and it was innings. Total runs, first 5 innings, over 3.5. Here we go. $100. And place bet. Good to go. All right, so my third bet has now been placed. Let me add this. So this was Cubs Brewers total. This was on Bet Rivers. This is going to be today, $100. This was plus 105, and it was what 2.96%. 2.96%. So I just drag this down, and now everything updates. Let me just change the formatting here. All right, so now this is added to my spreadsheet. I have $200 left to play with. Now I just need to add this to my bet tracker. Click the plus button. It was for $100. Click save, and we're good to go. So 300 of my 560% has now been put on McSlams that are game props. I do want to also look at non-McSlam bets. That would just be the $60 ones you see here. But first, I want to see if there are any player props that I want to bet. So the way you do that, you just you go to your positive EV settings, you check off the box for player props, you click save, and there you go. So now you go back to betting tools, and now you see that you click refresh. Now you see that there are some player props here. The strategy regarding player props is a little bit different. So let me detail that, and then we'll start looking at some player prop bets that we can place. So player props are a little different. We're comfortable with a higher market width, but instead of just doing the flat fee based on market width, I'll actually look at the percent. So if I were to take this one, it would be a $60 bet for me. Basically, the logic there is player props, because there's a wider variance, we're more comfortable with wider market widths, But with that said, we want to use the Kelly calculator to actually put money on the bet. And the Kelly calculator, how it works is it takes your bankroll, it multiplies it, it does a formula based on the odds you're betting it on and based on the actual win percentage. And the win percentage is based on the no vig fair odds. So this number increases as the win percentage goes higher. As you can see, if I increase the win percentage, it tells me to put more money on it, or as the odds go up. So if I were to put like this, pretend this was 200, it'd be now a $270 bet versus originally a $60 bet. But the market width that we look at is 40 cents. So this one, 41, would not be a play. The first play it looks like I found here would be Chris Paul over 32.5 points, rebounds, assists. But with that said, not every single player prop that has 40 cents in market width is going to be a bet. What we need to do is actually click into the play itself and look at the market, look at the best odds in the OddsJam perfect line versus the other markets. And I'll show you exactly what I mean. So open this in a new tab. Right now, this tells me it's a $85 bet. So what I need to do, so as we can see, I don't think this one would be a valuable bet. So the OddsJam perfect line prices it at minus 146. The best odds are BetMGM at minus 105. But every other book prices it significantly closer to the MGM one, which makes me think that this actually isn't a real play. That this might be a situation in which the OddsJam perfect line is actually pricing it incorrectly, and as opposed to being the sharpest line or the most accurate. More often than not, this number is going to be right. But in the cases like this, it looks like it might be the outlier and it might be incorrect. So what I like to do is find bets in which you're getting a true outlier on another sports book. So the way that I've noticed you can find easier bets is, you see how all of these here, the best odds are the book you're betting it on, and then the best odds for the other side is the OddsJam line. If you can find a situation in which the other side isn't the OddsJam line, then there's a higher chance of that bet being legit. So this one is not within market width, so this one's not legit. And I'll show you exactly what I mean if I can find one. Not within market width. Okay, and here's an example of exactly what I'm talking about. FanDuel prices it at minus 106. The OddsJam perfect line prices it at minus 129. So there we see the value. On the other side of it, DraftKings prices the other side at plus 100, close to what the OddsJam perfect line prices it, which makes me believe that this might actually be a play. So let's go into that one. This is going to be a smaller bet. Looks like it's only 25 bucks, but that's okay. And it's Danny Green over 9.5 points. So this is a play that I would take. FanDuel prices it at minus 106. OddsJam perfect line prices it at minus 129. Most other books prices it much closer to the OddsJam line. So this is a play to me. So let's go to FanDuel and let's place it. And so I need to go to NBA. This game is going to be Sixers Heat tomorrow. Player points. And it was Danny Green over 9.5 minus 106. And this was a $25 bet for me. Place bet. Good to go. So now I'm in. Danny Green over 9.5 points. So now I just need to add this to my spreadsheet, and it was minus 106. So Danny Green points. I place this on FanDuel. This was going to be tomorrow, 5-2. This is a $25 bet. Got it at minus 106. And the positive EV percent was 2.25%. 2.25%, which makes this roughly, the expected value isn't going to be a ton, 50 cents, but that's okay. So that means I have $175 left to play with. Of course, before I find a new play, I need to add it to my bet tracker. So Danny Green over 9.5 minus 206 on FanDuel, 25 bucks. And I'm good to go. So I have a bunch of basketball ones today. I have a couple baseball. Let's see if there are any hockey plays that I can take so I can just, be part of a bunch of different sports. Looks like here's a player prop. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that guy's name. Nicole Ehlers to score a goal. This game is today. So let's see if that's a play. Let's go in. So it looks like, unfortunately, it's not. OddsJam perfect line prices it at plus 111. All the other books have it closer to the FanDuel odds, which makes me think that it's not a play, which is okay. Let's scroll down, see if there's another one. That's a game prop not within market width. This is not within market width. Not within market width. Here's a play. This is actually a McSlam. Looks like it's under 6.5 goals. This game is being played on Tuesday, which is okay because McSlam's equal opportunity, McSlammer over here. Looks like it's under 6.5 goals on Florida Panthers versus Washington Capitals. So I'm going to go ahead and lock this one in on Caesar Sportsbook. So NHL, I need to log in. So I need to go to Caps versus Panthers. Under 6.5, perfect. $100, place bet, and I'm in. So Caps, Panthers, under 6.5 total goals has been locked in. So now let's add it to the spreadsheet and, of course, my bet trackers. This was Caps, Panthers, total. This was on Caesars. This is going to be May 3rd, $100. This is plus 100. And the EV percent was 2.71. So now this is roughly, I make $2.71 on it. Good to go here. So I have $75 left to play with. Let me just add this one to my bet tracker. And good to go. So we can see if there's another hockey bet worth taking. Let me refresh this, start at the top. Here's one for 15. Looks like it's the Maple Leafs versus Lightning under 6.5. So this technically is McSlam worthy, but I only have 75 left to play with. So I'll just go ahead and put 75 on this one, and then I'll call it a day. So Toronto Maple Leafs versus Tampa Bay Lightning under 6.5. This one is on DraftKings. So here I have it, Maple Leafs versus Lightning under 6.5, $75. Place bet, and I'm good to go. Place bet under 6.5. All right, so now let me add this again, and it was Lightning Maple total. This was on DraftKings. This bet is tomorrow, 75, minus 105 odds. And the EV percent was 2.64. Drag it down. Perfect. So now I have all my $1,000 in total pending bets. Majority of this will be played out today with some tomorrow and one of them on Wednesday. Let me add this to my bet tracker before I forget anything. 75. Good to go. So it looks like I placed a total of 6 bets today. 2 basketball, 2 baseball, 2 hockey, 1 player prop. Total of 1,000 pending. Most of it today with some tomorrow and 1 bet Wednesday. If you go to my bet tracker, everything has now been added. Looks like one of them actually already is worse odds than the closing line. That's the Cubs Brewers. That's okay. Unfortunate that it changed that quickly, but hopefully it'll change back. As you can see, the odds do shift pretty frequently. But anyways, to follow along with this competition as we go along, get Matt a raise to 10K. Follow the OddsJam YouTube channel. Please click that subscribe button. Of course, you can also, I would appreciate for me if you would like and comment on mine specifically. Let everybody know that Matt's the best and that he's going to beat Alex. I could use all the good juju that I can get. Of course, sign up for the OddsJam 7-day free trial. Every single bet that I placed, that you saw me place, was taken directly from using the OddsJam software. It's how I've been able to profit. It's how you will watch us profit over time using OddsJam. So go to the OddsJam website. The bet tracker is completely free to use. The 7-day free trial is obviously free for those 7 days, and you can use the processes talked about in this video. And that's all I got for you. So again, subscribe to the OddsJam YouTube channel. Root for Matt to get a raise and feed his dogs. You probably just saw one jump up on the chair back there. And that's all I got for you. So happy betting, happy watching, and good luck.